All right. Keep in mind, it's a collective. Take what resonate, leave it don't. Okay. This is about, it's going to be about a few different things, but keep in mind, this is lovely for you guys to walk on this journey with me, learning, living. One thing that I am learning is that you can't really go by what people say they are. You have to go by what they do, because a lot of people think they are something that they actually are not. And like it's wild. And sometimes the way people portray themselves, it's a mask. It's not who they really are. And sometimes the mask that people wear is the opposite of that mask is what they really are. Okay? That they're trying to hide or that they're ashamed of. Whatever it is, that's what they really are. Okay? A lot of people lack self-awareness. 222 on the clock, as I said that. That's crazy. That is so crazy. But we're gonna do this black film industry. What's up, newcomer? Thank you for liking the live. Like away. Like away. Subscribe. And like, I want to know what's the real reason that people wear masks. All right, don't forget to check my description box, you guys. Check my description box. Like, what is really the reason? Okay, what's really the reason that people wear masks? I'm starting to see some people wear masks to hide what they really are. So, and the opposite, whatever their mask is, who they really are is the opposite of that mask. Okay, so if they wear this mask like they're super confident, they're the opposite of super confident. That's who they really are, the opposite of super confident. Okay, if they wear this mask like they're a healer, like they're an empath, they're the opposite of that. Okay, I feel like sometimes people, life is politics. Life is like politics. And like the company that I work for, I could never understand why, they just don't fire us all. Why they just don't, they plan on shutting down a business. They knew they were going to shut down a business, yet they were still hiring people on permanently, like as if they was keeping that motherfucker open. Serves as an inconvenience to the worker, right? But instead, they're like, oh, we're going to get you this severance package. Oh, but really they don't want to give us the severance package. So why offer? Why offer if you really don't want to give it to us? You'd rather send us through hell, like our lives and our livelihood is a game. Send us through hell so you don't have to pay your shit, and where we still end up being asked out. Like, baby, these companies, like, I'd be so glad when they get done in. When people no longer want to work for their ass. I'll be so happy the day that they struggle to find a worker. Okay? This is one of the reasons why I'm so happy about technology, because technology gives you more range, gives you more freedom, gives you to make money. You don't have to work a 9-to-5, where 9-to-5 is just a motherfucking option. Like, a lot of people like to talk negative about technology, but when you think about it, it's motherfuckers now getting famous from YouTube. I don't know if y'all ever remember that awkward black girl. I can't remember that director's name. She's a writer. She's a screenwriter. but I can't remember her name, but she made Awkward Black Girl. That girl was making helly bank, helly money without these big time moguls, big time production people, right? She made it a way on her own. But I forgot her name. Using fucking YouTube. And she got people to act on her, in her scenes, in her movies, and it became viral. It became viral. She became successful. Now she has HBO. Now you can find her on HBO. Like, she paved the way for herself. And this is what technology allows. Technology takes away that social hierarchy, or that if you're rich, you're gonna stay rich, and if you're poor, you're gonna stay poor, because the rich want to lock out the majority of the people from any type of wealth. They want to give you something, but not enough to really matter. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to this slavery system, right? This slavery system, because that's what it is, modern day slavery, okay? I loathe it because it's a ripoff. And the motherfuckers that are rich, okay, not all of them, not all, but in these traditionalists 9-to-5s, they don't want to see motherfuckers make it. They don't want to see people make it. They don't want to see people like feed their family, this and that. They're forced to do a lot of things. They're forced into giving us benefits and pay. They don't really want to give us. If they could make us work for free, they would. They don't really want to give us that shit. They're forced, because if they don't give up some of their wealth, their business is going to crash, because ain't nobody going to work for their ass. And this is why I keep trying to tell motherfuckers. A lot of motherfuckers think they need these jobs. Them jobs need you. Them companies need you. People only have power when you give away your power. And a lot of motherfuckers are brainwashed into giving away their power. They think that they can't make a difference because, well, I don't have the money, or well, I don't have they think that they can't make any noise. They can't demand better treatment. They can't demand better pay. They can't demand, like, this is all in your goddamn head. Do y'all know how society moved away from kings and queens, and the business owners ended up running shit? Because the business owners all banded together, because strength is in numbers. A king or queen only have as much power as you yield to them. So if enough people give king and queen power, then that is what makes the king and queen powerful. It is not the wealth. It is not the military. It is not, because even their own military can turn on them. You get what I'm saying? Even their own military can turn on them. They have no power. That's an illusion. You're yielding your power to them. That is why they have it. Because you feel like you're powerless. That is why they have it. And if a motherfucker can convince you that they don't need you, but you need them, and that you don't have no other option but to bow, you're yielding your power. That's a lie. If enough people complained, if enough people banded together, because strength is in numbers, you could overthrow whoever the fuck you wanted to overthrow. You could create civil unrest and create a new government system if that's what you wanted to do. Now, of course, it ain't coming without no bloodshed, because there's always motherfuckers that want to protect the elites because they benefit, or they get crumbs from the system, so they want to protect it. So you're always going to have an adversary. But the idea that I must take whatever you give me. I must take whatever treatment you give me because I need these crumbs that you're handing to me. It's all an illusion. It's an illusion. And one thing, too, that I like about the global market is the global market, right, have you expand your options. Certain motherfuckers don't like that. If you were to tap into a global market and you could sell anywhere on the four corners of the earth, you could become a multi-millionaire on the four corners of this earth. All you got to do is cast your motherfucking net wide. You have billions of people on this planet Earth. Somebody want to buy what the fuck you selling. Okay? And it don't take motherfucking much. Get you a couple, depending on how big your business is, get you a couple of 100 loyal customers and they pay top dollar. You're wealthy right there. You know, it's about quality over quantity. Because you can have millions of motherfucking another thing the global market does is global market competition drives down prices. I don't know why this is important, but competition drives down prices. Okay, so a lot of people will lose business the bigger the competition is. They'll lose business if their prices is too high or their quality ain't all that. So what competition? This is why some people want to stop the global market. This is why some people want to stop people branching out. Because if you find out, if I live in China and I find out I can get a better deal in India, where the fuck you think I'm gonna go as a Chinese person? I'm gonna go to India because India is selling me the best deal. You have options. The more options you have, right, the more you can go and get a better deal for yourself. Same true as a worker. If you cash your motherfucking net wide, they have to compete for workers, but they'll have you believe that you don't matter. But all companies have to compete for labor force. Labor force is an asset, is a value. Okay? So if you open up to the global market and let's say a person lives in Singapore. Person living in Singapore, the most offer that they get is I don't know, $10 an hour. But then they go over to America or they go over to these other, countries, and let's say they're willing to pay them $50 an hour. What you think they're gonna do? The motherfuckers that are giving the most benefits is going to get most of the labor force. And the people that are trying to avoid benefiting the labor force in any type of way are going to start losing workers. This is why people don't like they don't like a global market. Because a global market forces people to drive up quality and service, drive up quality in every capacity. Drive up their efficiency and lower prices. This is why it be so funny to me. It's funny to me when people be like, when people be talking against capitalism, because capitalism breeds higher quality services at lower prices. For real. But I'm going to get off of that. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, it's something about masks. I know somebody wants to talk about the black film industry and the film industry and what's the future, and I thought it would be a good topic to talk about while I wait for people to purchase readings. If you want a celebrity reading done, right, and you don't want to talk about this topic, all you have to do is check my Hypesy page in the description box. Okay? And check my Hypesy page in the description box. And yeah, I have a $15 celebrity reading, and I have a $60 celebrity reading. The $60 celebrity reading is 30 minutes to an hour long. The $15 celebrity reading, like, it's almost like a mini reading. I think you get 2 questions. I have to check on my Hypsy page to see. But yeah. And then I have personal live readings. Okay, you can get that as well. Personal live is more accurate as a collective. But before I get into that, I want to know, why do 90% of people wear a mask? Okay, I'm calling on the Orisha Oya. Why do 90% of people wear a mask? Okay, is it to hide? Like why? We just gonna find out. Okay, and then we're gonna move to the black film industry. Okay, after that, or after an hour, no bookings or anything, I'm off of here. We have the ring, commitments, long-term goals, supportive partnerships, savings. Someone has feelings for you and love. So we have the ring, commitment. You know what's crazy? When I seen this ring, right? Like, and that commitment card, the instant energy that I picked up off of that commitment card, it reminds me of when people, the ring is considered something high value, right? Or marriage is considered something high value. So people wear masks, right? Because they are putting on a performance, saying basically that they're worth committing to, that they're worth investing in, that they're worth marrying, right? So whoever they truly are, they don't feel like is good enough for a motherfucker to put a ring on it. Now, when I say this, I'm not saying this like literally, I'm saying it symbolically, okay? Because the ring symbolically represents value, investment, okay? It means you have value. You are worth investing in, okay? So to wear a mask, and I'm asking, why would a person wear a mask? It just kind of reminds me of like a woman who pitch herself as being one way so that she can get the ring, and then once she gets the ring, she is the exact opposite, okay? So she doesn't feel like who she really is enough to snag a motherfucker, to make a motherfucker. It's kind of like hoodwinking a person into commitment, hoodwinking a person into some type of investment. This commitment card, or this ring card, represents value, okay? It represents, I'm valuable, I'm worth committing to, I'm worth going the extra distance for. So when I see this card, people wear masks because they feel like whoever it is that they truly are is not worth anything. It's not worth the commitment. It's not worth a motherfucker investing in them for a lifetime. Okay? So this is why 90% of people wear masks. Like, they don't feel like who they actually are is good enough, or who they actually are is going to land them this ring, this value, this, you get what I'm saying? Like, they want to perceive to the world that they are, what did Kevin Samuels call it? And it's so sad, because in all actuality, like, saying who's valuable and who's not valuable is an opinion. And it is not based in fact. It is not sealed law. And it is based off of whatever the needs of that person is, okay? So, different situations, different people will consider you valuable based off of needs, okay? Or based off the situation, what they need at that moment. So even them finding you valuable is subject to change, because you guys, all this shit is a figment of our imaginations. Value is a figment of our imaginations. And it is highly subjective. Everybody's valuable. Everybody. Okay? Now, who is going to determine you as valuable is based off the situation, what they need at the time. And the moment they don't need that, right, you're not valuable anymore. That's just how the cookie crumbles. That's just how the cookie crumbles. The moment that they don't need that anymore, you're not valuable anymore. Okay? So that's why people wear masks. I'm gonna pull out 3 more cards, and then I'm gonna move on to the black film industry, and we're gonna tap into the energy of that. I'll probably actually pull out some bonus decks because I got my tarot and I got my own deck that I made. Star, growth, hope, progress, guidance, protection, new opportunities, peace, new love, wisdom, faith, and tranquility. Star card energy is here. Okay, somebody could be an Aquarius, or somebody could be a this highly deals with ascendant, your ascendant. It says growth and commitments, and so yeah, people just want to give off its appearance. Look, wedding rings keep coming up. Like, they're worth a commitment. They're worth marrying. They're worth contractual agreements here. Beginning of a new relationship, solution to your problems, new love, commitment, loyalty, wealth, and decision. Yeah, they wear masks, or masks that they feel that they need to wear, that will show them as worth committing to, show them as worth drawing up contracts for. And it's so weird because, like, if rings keep coming in, growth, what does that say? Growth, hope, progress, guidance, protection, new opportunities. And then we got not life, everlasting commitments. Commitments keep coming the fuck up. Wow. Wedding and commitments here. I'm telling you, this is the energy of, I'm not saying this like literally though, it's figuratively speaking. This is the energy of women who jump through hoops to get married, who jump through hoops. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do the most just to say that they're married, or just like, and because marriage for women means that they're valuable. Okay, if they're unmarried or if they're single, it means that they're not valuable, or that they're unwashed. So a lot of women attach a lot of their worth. Notice men don't do that, but a lot of women attach a lot of their worth to a wedding ring. Okay, that wedding ring to them represents that they are high class, or they're a step above, or it represents their worth here. But it keeps talking about commitments. Love, loyalty, and love, independence, friends, success, and difficult endeavors, and freedom here with this knot card coming through as the future. Let's get some background energy on this. So whoever they feel like is going to add to their social capital, or is going to, it's a bait. It's a bait. So the mask that people wear is a bait. It's like how to catch a fish. It's bait. Okay. Knife. We have modern disagreements, betrayal, division, superstitions, fear of change, rejection, and a legal fight. Okay, this is the background energy. There's competition here. There's a lot of competition, or a lot of underhanded energy, a lot of not untrustworthy energy going on in the background. Let's see what's at the back of the deck. Regret and remorse over past actions, need better time management, lost trying to control everything, and stressed. Trying to control the narrative. Okay, this is slight hand manipulation is what it sounds like. It's bait. So if a man, this is another example. So like I said, it's situational. Okay, value is situational. It's highly opinionated. It's a figment of our imagination, because people will find you valuable if they feel like whatever mask or whatever traits that you're showing is needed for their situation. Then the moment their situations change, they don't need it anymore, you're no longer valuable. This is why a lot of people be in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Because a lot of people are coming towards you, right, to get their needs met. Okay, they feel like some trait or something that you have is valuable at that moment, temporarily. Once their situations changes, your value will change. Okay. So this marriage card, though, is about investment. Who can I invest in? Marriage is about investment, wealth, passing on inheritances, very like earth sign energy. And that's crazy because that's highly subjective. That's based on the environment. Different environments value different things or consider different things alpha. So you'll kind of know what background somebody comes from based off what they consider alpha. Do not disturb. Yeah. So that's why people wear masks. It's bait. It's slight manipulation. It's bait. But yeah, you could tell a lot about the environment that a person comes from based off of what they're considering alpha. So like, a person comes from the hood if they consider playing tough, being nonchalant, being hard, fighting, who got the biggest nut sack in the room. They come from rough environments. Okay. Because a lot of wealthy environments don't have what they're defining as alpha is totally different. Totally different. In the more lower class, environments, or the more lower rungs of society, the more ruthless, especially in Black American community, the more ruthless you are, right? The more criminality you do, it ups your social rank, the more alpha you are. So you can tell those people come from low-class environments, okay? Because their definition, or the mask that they wear, they're trying to show that they're alpha. They're trying to show that they're set apart. Like, it exposes the backgrounds they come from, or it exposes the culture they come from. A culture, like in male culture, it's the same way. In male culture, the alpha male is the biggest dick. So a lot of men have been socialized to be narcissistic dicks, because in male culture, that's what's alpha. Okay? Rob or get robbed. Okay? How many motherfuckers can you manipulate? How many motherfuckers can you get over on? How many? If you can, you get high ranking in the male culture, if that's the thing. And once again, that's all subject to change. It's really about culture and mentality. Okay? So the mask that people choose to present to you, majority of the time exposes the environment. Let's get back though. Let's get back to the film industry. So what is the future of the Black film industry in Hollywood? What's going on with that? What's the tea? What's the snap? What is it? Clock. Indecisive in making choices. Impulsive. Difficult times ahead. Delays due to hardships and struggles. So more support is needed. something may be highly saturated, or a lot of competition, or something's not standing out, or something's not like selling, or something's not making enough profit or something like that. So the black industry, the support needs to be there. More support, more viewers, more backings, more. The support needs to be there. Honestly, Hollywood is very harsh, because like it's not partial. It's partially based on talent, but not really. It's politics, and it's your ability to to draw in an audience. It's your ability or your power to gain their support. You know, to get people to support you, spend with you. Like the power of influence. It's not just about talent. It's about politics as well. So the black film industry may struggle, or will struggle. It's kind of like they got to get their names out there, or they got to like step their game up. Really, it's about finding the right formula. Like Tyler Perry, a lot of people complains about Tyler Perry themes being very similar, but that is Tyler Perry's formula. If Tyler Perry were to switch up his formula, he would not sell. Now everybody has I just heard like the black film industry, like mini film industries, mini film festivals for blacks. Shit takes time to develop. Shit takes time to grow. Like, you don't want to rush the process, okay? But it takes time to develop. It takes time to build notoriety. It takes time to build. Tyler Perry, before he like got famous, it took him a long time. The nigga was homeless out on the street. Like, so the film industry, the black film industry is promising, but like it's a slow and steady growth. It's kind of like you got to build your momentum. You got to build your clientele. Like, it ain't as easy as, well, it is for some people, but not most. It's not as easy as, I'm going to start a business, and then people just randomly start supporting it. No, you have to build trust. You have to build trust in your client base. You have to build familiarity. Like, people have to become comfortable with your face, which builds trust, interest, engage. You have to know what your audience is interested in. So Tyler, it's basically your formula. Okay. So once you get that formula down pat, that will make the world come and support you, make the world come in and watch your films, make the world, you get what I'm saying? Then all these advertisements, you will get, advertisers will start paying you to advertise their products. Then all the money will come in. But you have to build that foundation first. Okay. You have to build that solid fan base. You have to build themes that attract a target audience. Okay. Or maybe even be universal. So the black film industry is going to be slow and steady. It's kind of like they have to gain traction. It says balloon here. Letting go, independence, party, freedom, celebration, happiness, childhood, holding on to hope and joy. Funding needs to be there. You really have to invest in yourself before other people invest in you. Okay. A lot of celebrities, a lot of stars, they invested in their self. They put up their own money before they ever seen $1 million contracts. They kept perfecting their crafts before they kept perfecting their craft before they ever, got to what you're seeing now. Because what you're seeing when you see these celebrities that make hit after hit after hit after hit, you're seeing 10 years plus of consistency, showing up for this dream of theirs, putting themselves out there, making mistakes. They had to find their formula. Okay? So it's something about that. So we have parasol. Thinking negative thoughts, insecure,